Hey guys, Tyler here today. Sorry for any wind noise you might hear. Today I figured we'd do a gun video. I got the new Ruger Precision Rimfire. I have my older CZ455 on the left, and in the middle I have the 1022 Target with the cold hammer forged barrel. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how these three kind of match up together. I would hope the 1022 and the Precision Rimfire kind of group about the same. The CZ's been my longtime favorite for a long time. It's a pretty looking gun, always shoots well. So I want to see how they're going to group up. Only modifications done to these rifles is on the CZ. It has a Yodave trigger kit. So the Precision Rimfire is stock, the 1022 Target is stock. Both the Rugers are using crossfire 3-9s, and the CZ's got a 4-12 crossfire on it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure they're sighted in. Then we'll put you on the target to take a look. Just kind of curious myself to see how they're going to shoot. Once again, apologize for any wind noise we might have. A little windy. It's warm out here today, but it is windy. So bear with me. I'll bring it back. We'll take a look at the target. Right now we've got a fresh target sitting out there on the range. And once you come back, I'm going to start him in, kind of see where groups at, and then we'll see what the groups do in live time. I'm going to shoot CCI mini mags out of all the guns. So there's no variation there. So it'll be CCI mini mags across all three platforms. We'll see what they look like. So stay tuned, we'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so this is what we have after checking zero on them. I mean, they've been sitting in the gun safe. I'm not going to tell you which one is which here. Take a guess right now. Tell me which one you think. Which one do you think is the CZ455? Which one do you think is the 1022 Target? And which one do you think is the Ruger Precision Rimfire? If you look at the top right quadrant of all those targets, you'll see the test for zero. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back, we're going to sit, and we're going to take a look at that middle target, right, oh, fingers too close, right in the bottom. And we're going to shoot at that one with the 3 squares that are left. And then we're going to see which one's grouping after I check zero. One of them was pretty already close, which kind of surprised me a bit, but the other two were about where I'd expect them to be for sitting and not shooting them all winter. So take a guess right now and tell me which one you think is which gun here. CZ455 group. So we'll say the top left is number 1, top right is number 2, and number 3 is there in the middle. So vote 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you think goes with which gun? Remember, it's the 455, the 1022 Target, and the Precision Rimfire. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the Precision Rimfire. What I like about this gun so far, the real reason I got it is because I have the Ruger Precision in 308 and I have a Ruger Precision 6.5 Creedmoor. As much as I love shooting those guns, it gets expensive pretty quick, either variant you go with. So this, except for the stock, I wish they would have used the exact same stock, but they didn't. Aside from the stock, the trigger is the same. You can actually adjust your bolt so you have the same pull as, you know, a short action. So, I mean, your MOA rail is obviously different, but for the most part, the feel of the trigger, the stock feels the same, just you can't put whatever you want. You couldn't put a Luth or a Magpul PRS or anything on that. But I love it for just training, having the same trigger and length of pull. So, as far as the bolt's concerned. I think it'll be a heck of a gun to suppress. I don't have the can on it because I didn't want any gun, you know, the 1022 and the CZ aren't threaded. I didn't want any variation because of a can on there. So we're shooting without cans right now. The CZ has a Harris bipod. The Precision Rimfire has a Harris bipod, and the 1022 Target's just a cheap UTG, I believe. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to shoot at the top left with this guy, and we'll see kind of what the grouping looks like with this. We're only shooting, guys, I mean, we're not shooting crazy distances here. We're only shooting 35 yards on the rangefinder. So I'm not shooting far. It's kind of windy today. We could go 50, give it a better representation. But really, I just want to see trigger pull at this distance. You're not doing anything crazy here. This isn't mad rocket science. Out of shooting all the guns, I'll say this much. I like the looks and the feel of my CZ better. I mean, just the Woodstock 22, nice heavy gun. You know, I just love how the finish is on it. Now, from a tactical standpoint, the Precision Rimfire is a little ugly when it comes to that. I mean, I think you could do better with a CZ455 tactical or even a Savage, like MVSF or something like that, or SK. The 1022 speaks for itself. Anybody that owns a gun probably has a 1022. Now I will say with the 1022, My only gripe, like it is on every 10/22, is the trigger. And I'm not going to switch the trigger on that one. I have a Tony Kidd rifle inside that's done up more than I could ever want. I kind of got that because it was a great deal, and I like 10/22s, you can't have enough. So out of my 3 favorite right now, that could change, is still my CZ, but the Precision Rimfire is very close when it comes to this style of guns. So let's get shooting, let's take a look and see what the group looks like. Alright, next up is going to be the CZ455. I had this gun for, geez, I think they've had this gun for 6 or 7 years probably. The Yo-Dave trigger kit came shortly after. That's probably the biggest upgrade this thing could have had. The only reason this has got a 4-12 on it is because I got a sponsored 4-12 Diamondback for another rifle, and this had the 3-9 that's now on the 10/22 target on it, and I figured, what the hell, let's put a 4-12 on it, so when you zoom in all the way, all you see is one big target. Now for this test shooting group, I shot everything at 9 power. Nothing that's on 9 right now, it's not at 10, so to keep it consistent across the board. This is probably, even still yet, this is probably my favorite gun. So let's take a look and see what it does. Now this gun, as I stated earlier, I do have a Tony Kidd 10/22. Full Tony Kidd, full trigger barrel, receiver, everything. It's got the rear tang on it. I just got this because it was a deal that popped up for me. It was under $300 for a Target 10/22 is insane. So I went ahead and jumped on it. I do like that I have this because it does give me a baseline for, you know, other 22s that I shoot, the full quartz and the Tony Kidd, the CZ, the, you know, the Ruger Precision Rimfire, because 10/22 for most of us is the standard of what you shoot for 22 caliber handguns. Everybody gets a 10/22. You either get a 10/22 or Marlin 60. It's not really much in between. So I like having this one because if you had to think out of the box, stock Ruger Precision accuracy, it's going to be this. This is the highest stock target that you can get. You can get different barrels. You can't tell by the picture, but this is the cold hammer forged with the twist on it. You know, it's not the fancy, you know, stainless or anything like that. But it is, I mean, this is as high accuracy you can get out of Ruger out of the box. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that does. Alright, so there you have it. CZ and the Ruger both shooting great groups. You've seen on the CZ, that's that bottom left group that we've seen, all nicely bunched in the middle. You know, you had flyers. The first bullet out of everyone was low. Every single gun, the first bullet out of it, cold barrel, straight down. The rest of them though, you know, 5 shots per. The Ruger, I mean, I don't know what it is. It could have been me pulling. But if you notice, the 2 top holes on that are touching. They're, you know, they're perfect bug holes. The CZ is just a nice packed group except for that first one. The 10/22, it's hard to judge that gun because once you get into it, you just want to shoot it quick because you got the semi-auto. So you might not have the best breathing. You really should slow that down. It might be a little bit better. But just for shooting to shoot, you're going to be slower with a bolt action. Your fundamentals are a little bit more stable instead of squeezing off rounds. So that's where we're at. I still stick to CZ's probably my favorite. The Ruger Precision Rimfire is definitely right behind. I like that the 10-22 mags work with it, and I love the trigger, and I love that it trains for my Ruger Precision. It's a sweet gun for the buy. I mean, if you're looking at like a Ruger American, or if you're looking at a Savage, I'd spend a little bit more. If you're looking for the tactical look, I'd spend a little more and pony up for the Ruger Rimfire. I feel like there's going to be a community for that weapon. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. We'll have some more videos up shortly. I figured we do one more final group. I still have everything loaded, so we're just going to shoot all the guns at the middle, that middle target there, and we'll take a look. Not that we're going to learn anything from this because they're going to be grouped up, but we'll shoot it in the same order. We'll do CZ, followed by the Ruger, followed by the 10-22. So you get a different little grasp here of what we're going to look at. So we're going to shoot that real quick too.